Yo, what is good, DPAL subscribers? I'm not DPAL, obviously. My name is Phozon, and he's having some computer problems, so he asked me to do a guest narration for his channel, and I told him I would be more than happy to do this for him. So, I am bringing you guys a pretty old RU match I had. I only have one RU team, and this is it. It's basically a team that focuses on hazard stacking and shuffling and late game cleanup, so to say. I have a spike stacking and toxic spike stacking Quillfish. I have a stealth rocking heel belling Yuxi. Works well with this team, as you're going to see in a second. I have a dual shuffling sleep talking Drudigon. I have a sleep talking mono attacking calm minding Spiritomb for spin blocking, as well as just being able to stall out and do something as well. Because I didn't. When I originally made this team, Choice Bandit set didn't work as well. Then I have a Choice Bandit Aerodactyl and a Scarf Manetric for late game cleanup. And looking at my opponent's side of the field, I'm not too worried. I just don't want him to spin away my hazards because, as you guys can see, he's got 3 things on his team weak to stealth rocks and only 2 things that are resisted, so I definitely want to get those up, make those a definite priority. Not only that, but a good majority of his team is also hit by spikes, so in combination with that, if I can get up as many hazards as I possibly can, I should be all set to go. And as in general threats, I'm just worried about that Hitmonlee because the Unburdened set can outspeed everything on my team, so I have to keep my Spiritomb around if I want to check that thing effectively. So let's just get right into the match. I was pretty sure he was going to lead off with Aerodactyl, which he ends up doing, as I'm just going to go right for the Vault Switch. I didn't know if he would be that guy who wanted to switch in Sandslash, but then again, he's more than likely Sash, considering that he led with it because most Sash sets are lead. So I'm going to Vault Switch out, go into my Uxie, as I am going to predict the taunt, because it's fairly obvious that Uxie is a stealth rocker, and I'm just going to go right for the Psychic to finish him off. And he brings in the Scyther now, which I obviously don't want to take a U-turn, a Bug Bite, something of the sort. So I'm going to switch out into my physically defensive Quillfish, knowing he shouldn't be able to do too much to me, because some Scythers can be Bandit or Scarf depending. But it turns out he's a Swords Dance set, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go out in my Aerodactyl, knowing I can live any one hit, and I should be able to take him out with a Stone Edge, a Double Edge, whatever I want to go for, because I am Choice Banded. But he gets a crit, which kind of sucks because I could have lived one. And yeah, so I am forced to go out into my Manetric because I know I'm faster. So I'm actually going to go for the Overheat just in case he did want to bring in the Sandslash because, I don't know, I didn't want to be locked into T-Bolt and then bring in something and not have some prior damage on this thing. Because I want to get this Sandslash out of here because, again, I don't want him to spin. As he actually shows me he has Night Slash on his Sandslash, which I think is kind of odd because I've only played RU once in a while and I just never really see it. So, but it's working in this situation because he's definitely wearing down my Uxie pretty quick, as I actually decided to go for the Stealth Rocks because I definitely want those up to limit in Typhlosion switch-ins as well as Scythers. As here I am going to go for the U-turn just to see if he wants to stay in or go out into Scyther because he did that last time, but I don't think he would because, Stealth Rocks are now up. As I'm going to go into my Spiritomb because, again, I don't want my hazards gone. So I know I'm basically free to stay in here because I am physically defensive because I'm the mono attacking set, so I don't have to worry. As I'm going to go for the Calm Mind, I just want to find out what he initially wants to switch into, whether it's going to be his Feraligatr or this thing, his Typhlosion, as he is going to go for the Eruption, because I think even at that rate, Eruption is just a little bit more powerful than a Fire Blast, so it makes sense that he would still go for Eruption. As I'm just going to go for the Dark Pulse, just in case he did want to go for the Eruption in that situation, because I can, weaken Eruption's power. So he brings in Hitmonlee. I'm not worried at all, because I know I should be able to take one hit from him, go for Rest next turn, and I should be all set, but he gets a crit. Yeah, that really sucked because, again, if this thing is the Unburdened set, I am in such a situation. So I go in my Uxie knowing I should be able to take one hit if he's carrying Stone Edge or Blaze Kick, whatever he has, as I am going to go for the Psychic. Unfortunately, I don't take him out, which doesn't surprise me because my Uxie is, it's, the defensive set, not an offensive set. As for some reason, I go into my Drudigon. I really don't remember what my reasoning for this was here. I honestly should have just allowed him to fodder off my Uxie, because then I would be able to go into my Manetric and outspeed him. But as you guys saw, he actually had a Fighting Gem, so if he is the Unburdened set, he's got an Unburdened boost, and I am basically in a really tight situation right now because I have nothing to outspeed this thing. So I'm going to go into my Quillfish solely for the Intimidate drop, then go out into my Uxie, use it as Death Fodder, because I was pretty sure he was just going to go for the Earthquake, because, Stone Edge won't do much in close combat. I resist, so he's just going to go for the close combat here on my Uxie and clean take me out, as now I'm going to go out into the Manetric. I don't know if this was like... I don't know if he forgot to check Unburden or something, or if he just has Mach Punch specifically, but after seeing that, it kind of makes me think he wasn't an Unburden set, but at the whole time, I was so scared that he was, because, obviously that's what most Hitmonlees are. But Regardless, I take him out with an HP Grass. Now, I go for HP Grass and he brings in Sand Slash, obviously takes him out. So he's thinking, okay, it must be HP Ice, but no, I have HP Grass for situations like this. Because now I can stay and I can go for the HP Grass, get a nice chunk off this Feraligatr, as I am going to predict him to go for the Swords Dance here. And now I'm going to switch out into my Quillfish because, you know, I should be able to take one Aqua Jet since he's probably going to go for it because my main trick is faster, so it makes sense, right? So this is the moment of truth, basically. If he has Return, he actually has a chance to take me out. If he has Earthquake, I basically have lost the game, but thankfully I lived the return because he actually got a minimum damage roll, or a smaller damage roll than what he could have, and I will be able to go for the Waterfall and bring him down to a point where his Life Orb recoil will kill him off, as well as my Quillfish next turn when he takes me out with a Waterfall. And yeah, all I have left now is Manectric, and if I remember correctly, Typhlosion will die to Stealth Rock Entry Hazard switch in. And because I am Scarfed, and we saw earlier that his Scyther is not Scarfed, and even if it was, I would still outpace because I'm timid, I can just lock myself into T-Bolt and kill the bug. So that's going to be the game. Very, very close. It was a little awkward, the whole Hitmonlee situation, just because, you know, I honestly thought at that point I was swept because he had Close Combat, Jewel, Unburden. But again, it seriously makes me wonder if he was or wasn't, or if he was like Limber, or what's the other ability? Reckless. But I don't know. And even if he did, I'd see the Mach Punch is what makes me think he wasn't unburdened. And now I'm just rambling about whether he was unburdened or not. So anyways, I'm done rambling. I hope you guys enjoyed this match. Subscribe to Deepal. Check out his channel, guys. And yeah, that'll do it for me. So later, guys.